Well, hello again to all the boys and girls out there in YouTube land watching Georgia Beer Reviews. Back at you today with another one. And what I'm looking at is a beer from Treehouse Brewing Company out of Charlton, Massachusetts, as well as a few other locations, including Tewksbury, Massachusetts, which is about a 20-minute drive from where I live, which is where I got this can. We're looking at the Warm Your Bones. This is a winter warmer ale clocking in at 5.6% alcohol by volume. There's no specific date on this can, but it's winter 2024, which it is winter 2024 at the time of this recording. Never have had an issue with freshness of Treehouse beers that I've gotten, so you know that it's a super fresh beer, especially considering that it says winter 2024, and we are right in the middle of February right now. There's a little bit of a description about this beer on the label, which I will read to you now, or at least the relevant parts. So it says, Warm Your Bones is our winter warmer. It begins with a complex assortment of grain featuring two-row barley, white wheat, crystal malt, and a hint of chocolate malt. We add just the right touch of orange blossom honey, cinnamon, clove, and nutmeg to create a symphony of warming spice in the glass. That sounds really good. I love a good winter warmer, and Treehouse is one of my favorite breweries, so I have very high hopes for this. It says pouring a golden orange color into a tall chalice. Warm Your Bones features notes of mixed holiday spices, orange marmalade, and honey. Da, 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 da. Okay, that's pretty much all the relevant information. Treehouse indulges a little bit sometimes with their descriptions on the label. I like the label. It's pretty simple. You've got the skis there, kind of the wintry background. It's a good looking beer can. All right, so I've never had this beer. They put out a lot of these type of seasonal beers. They re-release them every year. I'm pretty sure I saw this one last year, but I didn't purchase it. If it wasn't this exact one, it was some variation. I do remember seeing a winter warmer type beer. So 5.6% should be pretty sessionable for this type of beer, I guess. 5.6%. I've had winter warmers that are 7% plus. So there's your pour. It's interesting. It says golden orange color. It is not a golden orange color. I would say it's a deep ruby, like amber color. Um, about 2 fingers worth of a khaki colored, creamy looking head. Oh, it smells nice. I'm getting that chocolate malt right up front. Nice and roasty. Yeah, very malty. I'm not picking up on the orange blossom honey. Maybe a touch of nutmeg. I'm not getting cinnamon or clove. So very light on the spice or in the spice department, but it does smell really nice and roasty. And it's cold outside. It's in the 20s outside at the time of this recording, so perfect beer for this time of year. Yeah, it smells absolutely delightful. I am salivating, so without further ado, let's get into this brew. Cheers, guys. Ooh, man, that's good. It drinks like a brown ale. It's roasty, it's slightly nutty, it's very bready. A little bit of chocolate comes through. Maybe a touch of nutmeg, though. I'm not getting the cinnamon. I was kind of expecting it to be heavy on the cinnamon. A lot of the winter warmer ales have a good bit of cinnamon in them. I'm not getting any cinnamon. I'm not getting any of the honey. It really mostly just drinks like a nice brown ale, like a nut brown ale. That's if you've ever had Samuel Smith's Nut Brown Ale, if you've ever had Newcastle, beers like that, this is very much along the lines of that type of beer. Maybe a little bit more body than Newcastle, but very similar with the taste profile. No clove, no cinnamon, very little nutmeg, if any. Not getting any honey, sweetness, or anything like that. It's a nice, bready, malt-forward presentation beer with notes, slight notes of chocolate. Um, like it does have that nuttiness to it that you would get with a nut brown ale. Um, Pretty light body, 5.6%. It's got a substantial, flavor because of the roasted malt, but it's not a heavy beer at all. Medium carbonation, nice finish. It's really not astringent or bitter in any way, but it's balanced. It's not. There's a little bit of like an earthy hop note on the back end. It's a really nice beer, but it's not what I would. I would never guess that this is a winter warmer because it drinks just like a solid brown ale. So I got to dock it some points for not having any of the flavors. I mean, and this is fresh. It's not like I don't have a cold. I'm not compromised with my sensory faculties as far as drinking and reviewing this beer right now. So I got to knock it some points down for not having those spice notes that you would typically get with a winter warmer ale. But let me say something. I would buy this again, and I would highly recommend it if you like brown ales, nut brown ales. It's very nutty. It's very bready. It's got slight chocolate notes from the chocolate malt, very roasty, toasty, nice earthy hop bite on the back end. It's relatively light bodied, easy drinking, nice prickly carbonation. I mean, it's got a creaminess to it as well. Super silky smooth body and mouthfeel. So I'll go with a 93, which is just getting into the solid A range. If this was labeled as a brown ale, I'd give it a 96 all day. But because it's a winter warmer and I feel like it's missing those spice notes, I got to dock it points. So 93, I think it's a solid enough beer to get a solid A. 92 would have been A minus. 93 is just getting into that solid A range. But it's definitely on the lower end. I've got to dock it some points for failing to have that spice kick that you get with a winter warmer ale, especially since they say they added all this stuff in there, the orange blossom honey, the cinnamon, the clove, the nutmeg, and I'm not getting any of it. So they need to up the those ingredients in the brewing process to let some of those flavors come through to really make it a winter warmer. But like I said, as a nut brown ale or as a brown ale, it's delightful. So 93 out of 100 for the Warm Your Bones Winter Warmer Ale. More like a brown ale, but hey, buy it, try it. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. That'll do it for this beer review. Hope you're all having a wonderful day, and until next time, everybody, cheers.